Hello, everyone. Just wanted to come on here and just kind of spread a little positivity for you. Um, I know it is one of the easiest things said and probably one of the hardest things to do. And I want to just give you guys a little background because maybe you guys don't know, or you just started following me, or you just maybe you're dealing with it yourself. But I actually have clinical depression and social anxiety. I was diagnosed when I was in high school. I've been dealing with it ever since. It's not something that's easy. And I've tried other medications, I've tried things like that. A lot of the medications just really kind of numb it and never really fix the problem. So, honestly, the best way I've found to fix my depression and anxiety is just coming up with being healthier, finding healthier habits, and just kind of personal development. So I kind of want to talk about how those things help develop and how to use positivity to be able to do that. And that's because I don't think a lot of people out there really understand that positivity is more than just, thinking a certain way. It's actually a development that you have to do. You have to create with your mind. And it's not easy. I definitely understand that it's not easy. I know that tons of people out there will tell you, well, just be positive. And I get it a lot because I have depression. And so even my wife, sometimes she won't understand that I'm acting up. Hi, Wendy. Feel free to share this. Kind of opening up a little bit about my depression and how living a healthier lifestyle and thinking more positive is really the key ways that I've found that's helped me out the most. And I think that maybe somebody out there might hear this, that it'll help them out too. So, really, one of the key things was finding a way to really put something into yourself. For me, it was going to the gym, starting to lose weight a couple of years ago. That really helped. I was going to a counselor. I was on medication at the time. And both of those things were helping somewhat, but really just kind of felt like a Band-Aid on a gushing wound. And what would happen is I would get worked up about something, or I would have a depressive attitude, or I would just go into this depressive mode. And what happens when you go into these depressions, especially for someone like me personally, and I don't know how other people deal with depression, people who are diagnosed. Some people will never get diagnosed because they won't go to a counselor. If you guys feel that you may have depression or a level of anxiety that's uncontrollable, go to a counselor, you guys. It's I'm not here to promote counseling. I just think that one of the best things you can do is talk to somebody who has no connection to you or your family. These people are professionals. They listen. They have ways of kind of talking back to you and taking what you're explaining to them and opening your mind and eyes to things you're saying that you didn't even realize you were saying. So it's definitely worthwhile to check it out if you have any issues. And there's a lot to say with counseling, but the thing is with counseling, with medication, that stuff wasn't helping me. It was just a Band-Aid. And I knew that because I knew that I could step above this myself. And I knew that I could fight this myself, but I just didn't know how to do that without all of these additives. And so by learning to be more healthy, by going to the gym and starting to go to the gym, you guys, I was 285 pounds. I was going to an Anytime Fitness. I was wearing my patchwork pants and some sort of sweatshirt. And I was putting headphones on. I wasn't saying a single word to anyone. And even to this day sometimes, thanks, Sean. I appreciate it, man. And feel free to share this. The whole reason I'm telling this is because if I had heard this stuff back when I was younger, maybe I would have made changes sooner, and been able to help more people by now. But because I'm finally making these changes and really learning these differences over the last year or so, and learning how to control this myself, I really want to get this out to people. My big thing is to make sure that I try to be the person that I needed when I was younger. I heard it on a motivational video, and that gets me to talking about self development and kind of just learning about your mind and learning about how to keep control of your mentality. And so that's what I was doing, and without even realizing it, by starting to go to the gym and things, I was really realizing that I was starting to set goals and award myself with them little by little. And then once I found something like Thrive or any nutrition system, you guys, I love Thrive. Thrive is great. It's super easy. It's done right away in the morning. It's done amazing changes to me. But this video is not about a promotion for Thrive, although if you guys are looking for nutrition, if you're looking for energy, if you're looking for something to make a change, hit me up or hit up somebody who's told you about Thrive. But it's important that you at least look into some sort of nutrition. If you guys aren't drinking a lot of water every day, if you're not looking into what you're eating every day, if you're not looking into getting nutrition, vitamins, supplements into your body every day, that's where you got to start, you guys. Start there before you start jumping off, a cliff of despair and getting super upset. You got to look and see, well, what are the simple changes I can make in my day without anybody? Without having to go to a counselor. I mean, the biggest thing that held me back for getting my depression taken care of once I got out of college was the fact I didn't have insurance. Well, you don't need insurance to start looking at what you're eating. You don't need insurance to take that $10 instead of going to Walmart or instead of going to McDonald's. Go to Walmart or go to even a better grocery store and take that $10 and buy some stuff to make yourself some dinner and then have leftovers for tomorrow. That's 2 meals for the price of 1. That saves you money and it helps your health. I mean, there's little things like that, you guys, that you are finding excuses. And you're using the negative thoughts in your mind to come up with these excuses to keep yourself from making these changes. And then you're looking on Facebook and you're comparing yourself to other people. The thing is that you yourself have all of the ability to make these changes yourself. And once I realized that, you guys, I went from being 290 pounds and being, sad, I was literally afraid to go outside. I would never take my hat off and have a picture taken of me. I have a video. And what's wrong? There's nothing wrong with it. It's not that I'm balding. I mean, I am losing some hair, but I'm almost 34, 33, so I don't really care. But honestly, you guys, it was like a safety net. It was weird. And I had all of this stuff that was just holding me back all the time. And I thought that it was all of these other people. I couldn't go outside because I didn't want somebody else to see me without a hat on. I couldn't go outside because I didn't feel comfortable because somebody saw me. No, it's because of me. It was me. And once I realized that, I was able to start making the changes. And little by little, you do that, you guys. And that doesn't happen overnight. And if you think it's gonna, you're sorely mistaken. These changes happen by figuring out one thing at a time and changing that habit, figuring out another thing and changing that habit. But that's the thing, you guys, you have to realize is that you have to reach out to somebody. Hit me up. If this is something you want to work on and make these changes, hit me up. I've done everything, you guys. I'm competing my depression. I'm competing alcoholism. I quit smoking cigarettes most of the time. I mean, I smoked this last weekend, but I went a month without smoking, and I really don't have an urge to. So I've basically managed to get that down under control. I stopped drinking hard alcohol. I really don't drink that much. This weekend I drank beer, but last night we went out for Alyssa's birthday. Guess who was the DD? Me, official DD. Not even a beer to say maybe sort of sober. I just drank soda. I had water. It wasn't that big of a deal. But that's 6 months or 9 months ago, I couldn't have told you that would have ever been possible. But that's because I took these little chances. I made these little changes, and each little change just developed into a new thing, and that keeps creating more positivity, and that positivity helps fight against the negative thoughts that are in your brain. So like really basically what I'm trying to get it through, and now I'm just like jumbling up words because I'm getting all worked up, but depression sucks. Anxiety sucks. All of this stuff sucks. We know it does. But sitting there and letting it control you sucks way worse. Not making the changes that you know need to be made just because you're coming up with excuses to stop that from happening sucks way worse, especially when you feel it. When you know it in your heart. That's what really drove me nuts, was the fact that I knew the changes I had to make. I knew I had the power to make those changes, and I still didn't. Think about your best friend or someone. Think about a time that somebody really let you down. And realize that you are doing that to yourself. You're doing that to your future self right now. You're letting your future self down because you're not making the changes you need to make for your future. That's what you need to realize. And if you feel that feeling, if you feel that like disappointment, that's going to help you make the changes you have to make. And reach out, you guys. Like I said, hit me up. Hit up anyone you think is going to be able to help you and let me know. Let them know that you need this help. Thanks you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Please feel free to share this video. Let people know that there are people out there to help them. A lot of times people just feel so alone, and this may help somebody. So thanks you guys for watching. I love you all. Have a great rest of your day.